Bom, a gente vai ter agora, enquanto eles arrumam aqui o palco, um painel e a gente vai conversar e saber o que pensam sobre o Brasil os jornalistas internacionais. Qual a relação entre os jornalistas internacionais e o Brasil? E como moderador, eu vou chamar ao palco ele que é da Embratur, Daniel Noble. E diretamente da Alemanha, Dirk Baumgartl. Representando a Espanha e a França, Julien Hrynko. That's why you speak Spanish so well. E de México, chamo acá Alexis Lamas Lizarraga.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Eu acho que o painel vai ser feito em inglês, tá? Então a gente aconselha quem quiser de tradução simultânea pegar um equipamento ali atrás. So please sit down. So I separate some questions here for you guys, but first of all, I would like to say thank you for being here in Brazil. I don't know if it's the first time for you, all of the three of you here in Brazil, if you've ever been in Brazil before. So to start off, I want you to just say your name, what do you do, and what do you think about Brazil so far?
Hello, boa tarde. My name is Dirk Baumgartl. I'm working for Germany's largest LGBTQ media network called Blue Media. I also represent Spartacus, which is a travel brand founded in 1970, so it's already 55 years old. And I'm the head of travel content and strategy for the company. I've been to Brazil. This is probably my 10th, 12th time. So first time I went to Brazil is about 15 years ago.
Hola, ¿todo bien? My name is Julien. I'm 34. I'm influencer, and I have also like companies, e-commerce company. I'm selling like products online, and also producing my own product and all of this. What I like to do is share content on Instagram, and it is not my first time in Brazil. I came, I think, like 5 times, 6 times, but for a long period. I'm always coming like for 1 month, 3 months, 4 months, and I really love Brazil.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm from Mexico. I'm a filmmaker and audiovisual producer for the LGBT portal Homosexual. 31 years old, and I don't know. Next question, please. Yeah, I'm filmmaker. Yeah. No, this is my first time here in Brazil.
Nice. Amazing, guys. We know that Brazil has different images for each person, and not only for the Brazilians, but also for the people that come to get to know more about the Brazilian culture and other things. So, especially for you, that it's your first time, what have you been your first impressions during this trip so far?
Oh, the people, it's very warm, very nice, like all the Latam people. Your city is beautiful. I mean, Sao Paulo, it's a big metropolis. I totally love it. I'm loving this city. Yeah.
Is there something specific that surprised you the most?
Well, I think your architecture. It's the buildings are so big, and I don't know. Maybe that.
And for you, Dirk, is there something new that comes with this specific trip that you haven't noticed in past moments here?
Well, after this conference, I'm going to the press trip to Bahia. So I've been to Bahia a couple of times, to Salvador. But I'm looking forward to see a little bit more of the state, some other things. And I mean, Brazil is always about diversity. I mean, the country is so diverse. You can have like the big cities like Sao Paulo. You can have like a beautiful island like Fernando de Noronha. You can go to the Amazon. You have nature. You have like party and gastronomy here in Sao Paulo. And so there's always something new to discover if you come to the country.
And of course, the work that you do, you work a lot with communication and building narratives. And do you see that there is something different in the LGBTQ plus community here in Brazil that is different from the country that you come?
Yes, I would say some of the events are just massive. I live in Berlin in Germany, so we have a big pride with, I think, about 1 million people attending. I think in Sao Paulo it's 3 million.
Yeah.
And it's a little different way of the community and of going out. I mean, in Germany we don't have those gorgeous beaches, so it's a whole different thing about the beach life you have here in Brazil. And also, like, you know, if you go to the parties, the bars, the diversity, of course it's a little bit different, yes.
What about you guys? Is there something different regarding the LGBTQ plus community in your country and in Brazil that you think it's?
I think Brazil is a very open-minded country, very, very, very. In Europe, for example, we don't have trans people open like this. And for me, it's very important to have this kind of representation for the LGBTQ community. I don't know.
And what about you?
Between Mexico and Brazil, I don't know, but I think the LGBT community in both sides have a lot of yes, so it's so equal in both countries. This is because, I don't know, because the closest that we are. And yeah, I think that's all.
E só para contextualizar também, a gente faz esse painel especial porque a gente vai ter uma press trip que vai acontecer na Bahia logo após a conferência, e eles vão participar dessas experiências, né, vão conhecer mais o destino, e eles vão se juntar a mais um casal também que já vai direto para o destino. Então é para que a gente tenha esse momento para conhecer justamente como que é construída essas narrativas nesses lugares, e também trazer essas pessoas para que elas possam falar mais também como que tem essas diferenças, né, e como que a comunidade LGBT também pode ser fortalecida nesses lugares. I'm just explaining that it's going to be a press trip after the event in Bahia, okay? So regarding the work that you do, what do you think is important for communication to strengthen the LGBTQ community in stories and narratives? What do you think it's important in being an influencer, being a communication professional?
Me? Yeah. Well, I think that it doesn't matter the countries. The communication, it's universal. That's why, for example, I started study filmmaking, because I think that communication, it's one of the most universal languages. You don't have to understand another language. You don't have to understand another religion even. It's universal. That's what I love communications.
I don't hear your question. I'm very sorry. When you talk, I don't hear well.
About what do you do in communication, being an influencer? what do you think is important to strengthen the LGBTQ plus community with your work? What is important?
What is important to what?
To strengthen the LGBT community.
To strengthen the community.
What?
To strengthen.
We know that we know that communication is important to build narratives. And regarding the LGBTQ plus community, what do you think is important for you that work with communication? What is the importance on what you do for our community?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
It's okay.
So from my perspective, what I think it's very important is to tell the stories of people living in the country. So for me, it's always very important to get involved with the local communities, to talk with people, to tell their stories, what they do. So I love to get in touch with like people. They live in the city, they have maybe a small business, they can tell up. So people have an understanding through locals about the country, so they can give insight tips, and they can just like say in their own words what they think about their country and their destination. And when I'm writing about destinations, it's always about, of course, it's the touristy stuff people have to see. If you go to Salvador, you have to go to Pelourinho, you have to see capoeira, so you have to do the traditional or the main touristic aspects. But that for me, it's also very important to go to a small business owner, maybe a gay chef or a lesbian artist, and talk with them and write about, think about the destination and the community.
And is there any specific story that you remember that you like to share that was very impactful, maybe?
It's always like, since I'm working so Spartacus is a gay guy who's around since 55 years, so we always had, and before the internet, it was a thick book where LGBT places advertised. So for me, it was always, I always had addresses to go. So when I was the first time in Salvador, I met a business owner from Posada. Posada was just like open for everyone. But that's how you get insight. We're still in contact. So I met him 15 years ago. He's married now with a nice man from Malaysia, I think. And so he gave tips. So I heard about the local things 15 years ago. So he told me about Boipepa, which is like a very small island off the coast from Salvador. And there was an American gay couple having a posada. And so it's always really interesting. And those are those little details. And this was a time where no internet was. So for me, it was very, very helpful to have this support from local communities to tell about where to go and where you can find places. And of course, that's always a great story to tell.
And for our community, what do you think it's important for a location to have to well receive us?
What's important too?
For a location to have maybe safety, maybe something that is important for a community that a location should have, in your opinion? So, no?
I'm sorry, the acoustic, I don't get it.
Yeah. For a location to well receive our community, maybe, of course, we think a lot about safety in our community. So, is there something else that comes to your mind that a location should have to well receive our community?
I don't understand.
So if there is a hotel destination, so the infrastructure which is important.
Okay. What's the most important for our community for the safety?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Brazil, it's a very dangerous country. There is part of the country who are very dangerous, and people for many years are telling us this. I'm coming for 5 years in Brazil, and I felt a bit in danger sometimes. I put myself in danger also, without thinking about the consequences or whatever. I went to see people without really knowing where I'm going or whatever. But I think the government is putting a lot of energy to make the best for the tourists and also our community to feel welcome, because Brazil and all the capital like Sao Paulo, Rio, all the big city who are welcoming Carnival, I think the government is putting a lot of energy to make it safe for tourists and for LGBT community.
What about you?
Can you repeat me the question, please?
Is there something specific for our community that a destination should have?
Here and the right here.
I think that all the destinations should have all the same rights, even it doesn't matter the sexual orientation, the sexual identity. I mean, if I go to Rio, I want to go free. I want to go as myself, no? That same happen if you from France wants to go to Mexico, that you could grab the hand of your boyfriend there. It doesn't matter. I think that it's something universal, no? The rights for all in all the countries.
And before we close, I want you to ask, is there something specific in Brazil that you're really looking forward to get to know in Bahia, for example, after you go from São Paulo?
I don't know, I have the full itinerary yet, so I don't know where I'm going. So,
Right.
but I'm looking forward to going back to Salvador and feeling the energy of the city, which is always great. And otherwise, I don't know yet where we're going to, what we're going to do.
Yeah, I can't wait to discover the city and the vibe and the culture, because it seems to be like completely different of the rest of the Brazil. So I can't wait to get there.
Can you repeat me, please?
Yeah. Is there something specific in this trip that you're really looking forward to get to know more?
No, not at all. I'm open to know about you, the people, about Brazilian culture, about, and the LGBT rights around here.
And of course, I can't wait to get the Bahian food. I'm waiting for my first moqueca.
And maybe acarajé, yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for your time. Thanks so much for sharing your perspectives, your stories, and thank you. And I hope you're really looking forward, excited to get to know Bahia, and having a good time here. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.